Hey everybody, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. Today we're taking a look at another Marvel game called Marvel Battle Lines. So Marvel Battle Lines, it's what's called a TCG, or otherwise known as trading card game. So what this game is about is kind of a tic-tac-toe-ish thing mixed with Hearthstone. And I've already gone through the beginning of it where you get to pick whether you are a male or female. And kind of interestingly enough, the male character, as you'll see, reminds me of Victor from Marvel Avengers Alliance, and the female character actually looked a little bit like Deathlocket. So there's you down there, and as you can kind of see what I mean over there, it really reminds me of Victor from Marvel Avengers Alliance. So here is the play grid ahead of you, and the enemy is actually up top. We're going through the first several missions, which act as a training sim. And Tony Stark and Coulson are the ones helping you out with this. Resources are required to use a card. You can receive them from summoning something. I went away too quick. Use that card that requires one resource to play. So it looks like we're going to play a Hawkeye over here. Now, what you want to do is you want to try to set up things in lines. So, knowing that the AI might put something right here, if I put Hawkeye over here, I'll actually drag him. Oh, it only wants me to go to one particular spot. So the idea is actually very similar to tic-tac-toe. You want to try to make lines over here. Either you can do X lines or Tetris T-style lines, or just 5 up, 3 across. Basically any line that seems, and what you would expect, basically, is what becomes valid. So here, it's forcing me to go for this resource. And it's saying I have to play 0 resource cards to collect the resources so that eventually I can get War Machine out on the field. So it is definitely on rails at this point. It's still holding your hands pretty tightly. So it looks like we're going to summon War Machine. However, we're not going to be able to complete a line, and it wants me to put it right over here. So maybe the next card can come up over here, if it actually would let me do it. So as you can see, this is where the Hearthstone element comes in a little bit, where you have to build up a resource such as Hearthstone's mana in order to play bigger cards. Interesting concept. It's too early for me to really give an opinion on it. I had started it and I kind of put the game aside for a little bit because there's a lot of videos coming up for me lately, a lot of stuff going on with the Jessica Price termination from ArenaNet. I have the rough alpha for Marvel Avengers Alliance Redux. Just been a lot of other things, and I've kind of wanted to wait until I had a little more dedicated time here. Action cards are powerful effects, but you can only use them once per battle. It releases a great deal of energy, but it will be a while before you can use it again. It can only be used once per... Yeah, you said that, Tony. Drag an action card directly to a slot. It's probably going to want me to go for this dude right here, the shield training humanoid. Yeah. It wants me to do that. This way I can potentially put the next guy over here for a line. So actions don't consume a turn, which is pretty cool. Now we'll have a line attack going. So you can use multiple action cards. You can only summon one character per turn. So it sort of kind of reminds me of Magic the Gathering a little bit, where you have sorcery and instants, and then you have summon cards. However, you know, in all games you can summon based on the amount of resources you have. This one makes it sound like you're only going to be able to summon one. So your health bar is down here, kind of Yu-Gi-Oh style at 2000, and we don't know what the shield training health bar is. See the box? That's my deck. Alright, so they're calling it a library. 4 in my hand. So these seem to be 0 resource cards here, although I'm not really too sure where it is that it says it's 0 resources, but I guess we'll find out. And it does definitely still guide me as to where it wants me to put the stuff. It's probably going to force me here, so I can't even invent my own patterns yet. Can't use action cards again, but characters... So they're saying after a line attack happens, they'll leave the field and they'll go back into the library where they get recycled. Okay, alright, let me get up there. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Wow, that only did... That did just a tiny bit of damage. Oh, I can swap cards out. Goes into the library. And I got another 0 resource person, I guess. Alright, so that's the end of that training mission. And you're building up gold and experience as you go along. And it looks like maybe we're about ready to square off against Nick Fury. So as you can see, the art here is, I would say, definitely comic style, but also comic style mixed with a bit of a mobile aesthetic to it. It's a rather fierce-looking Maria Hill there. Still looks like Victor, doesn't it? I mean, every now and then I just look down at him and I'm like, oh god. Did I fucking... Remember his resurrects? Oh, those were the days where he just resurrected and resurrected and resurrected and resurrected. Unless he had Fatal Blow. Defeat Nick Fury within 7 turns. Okay. So let's see if it forces me. I would like to make... Oh. See, alright, here's a couple things over here. I could place one guy down here and then place a guy up here and complete a T. But there's a resource here. Let's see. Alright. Let's try that. Let's see if we can get a good T attack on him. Ah, he blocked it. Alright, let's get him with a diagonal then. And that'll give us a resource. Okay, that damage seemed to have... Oh, okay, wow. He just pussed out even before he lost half his health. Nick Fury's art is a little... it's a little rough. That sneer over there. Green Goblin. Interesting. High speed on his hoverboard and various explosions. Ah, yes, Absorbing Man. They talk about him in the beginning a little bit. Cottonmouth, gotta admit, never heard of this guy. Hand strength, sharpened teeth. That's some pretty jank-ass teeth over there. And of course, they slapped the new guy right out there into the fight. Shop menu is available, so now is when we get to see how much money we get to spend on this game. By the way, this is not out in the United States yet. If you are in a country where this is not available, the best thing to do is to go to APK Pure and get it. It is a free game, so APK Pure does carry it. It's just not on a global release yet. So it looks like it's going to force me to get a supply pack. And then probably ask me to open it, my guess. Alright, so it looks like we're going to go up against Absorbing Man. Which, I'm only really familiar with him through Marvel Future Fight. So it looks like start goes into Iron Man mode over here. Can't do much over here with the deck. Night Nurse is there looking very, very anime. Very typical. Agent 13 looking pretty much like you'd expect. Crazy ass Maria Hill. Jank ass Nick Fury. Very, very classic Wong. Foggy Nelson, I admit I don't know, and I don't know Karen Page. Alright, let's start and see what we get. So it's my 2,000 health to his 300, so this shouldn't be too bad. Defeat enemy leader with battle line attack. So he's going first. Forms a line. It looks like I'm going to get attacked right off the bat. Not too much damage, though. And now, of course, the line is gone. Iron Man is sending in Hawkeye, I guess, right on the field. So it looks like we can complete a line by doing this. That's pretty much going to win the day right over here. Going to clearly put him into the negatives. Could have gone and tried to get some resources, but that's okay. Are they going to chain Cottonmouth right into this fight? Alright, now it looks like we're coming back to the results screen over here. I think this might just be a random card that it's giving me. Alright, cool, we got Hawkeye. Kind of a Yu-Gi-Oh style attack and hit points over there. I mean, every card game definitely has hit points and attack. So it looks like we finally get into the deck building over here. I'm touching my cards. Select the Hawkeye card. Add it to the deck. Add it to the deck. Choose a card you want to replace with the Hawkeye card. Alright, so once we get rid of Foggy, I don't know who he is. Home button. So it's still on rails at this point. And it looks like we're going to get into Pimpin' Mouth. Yeah, we'll probably wrap the video up with this fight over here. By the way, you can skip all this if you've been through it before. Alright, so rewards are gold experience and potentially 1 to 2 cards. Still have just the one deck. Only change, of course, was Foggy and Hawkeye. So I think I'm going to go here to block that. And we'll get a resource out of it. Oh, he moved the card. Interesting. Alright, taking a bit of a shot. Down to 1750 from 2000. He's at 900. Daredevil's coming in. Daredevil and Hawkeye, like, how many Marvel games are Daredevil and Hawkeye always part of, like, the basic intro stuff? Always happens. See what we get over here. Wow. Because deep in the back line. So right here would be a line attack. If I don't block it, I wonder... Oh, it looks like I can do a move. Does that consume my turn? Yep, that consumes my turn. Let's get Hawkeye on the field. So I saw, okay, if something needs a resource, it looks like it was in the upper left corner over here. Let's go here. Get another resource. Gonna get popped with a line attack. Or no, actually I won't, because that's not the full line. Let's stop that line attack and go here. So we get hit with a 3-way, but we block the 4-way, which is good. Now, if we move somebody up over... why is that red? Oh, because it consumes... interesting. Alright. May as well go for the resource then. So it takes time to recharge... Interesting. Okay, now we can definitely complete the line attack by going here. That's going to be enough to kill him. Interesting. So, Pimpin' Mouth, Sharktooth is dead. Or retreated, depending upon how the game handles it. And it looks like I get... Daredevil. Gee, could you see that coming? I'm gonna get a second one. I don't even know what this one would be. Hawkeye's arrow deals 800 damage. Alright, so that's probably an action. It's gonna take 2 crystals. Still on rails over here. My cards. Wonder who it's gonna have me replace. I did. Select Daredevil. Add to deck. It's gonna force this lowly little shield guy out of there. Target locked. Aww, poor Wong. Sorry, Wong. Still can't see the store yet, unfortunately. Check out the daily mission. So, logging in was a daily. Purchasing a supply pack was a daily. Looks like completing the tutorial, play simulation, play a quick match, clear challenge 3 times. Sadly, we're not going to be able to see the shop, though. Alright, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I'll probably be doing some more videos on this to see what the shop is like and going through some of the dailies, but this is a good little intro video over here. So we're going to wrap up Marvel Battle Lines over here. Again, if it's not available in your country, you may want to look for it on APK Pure. This is the Android version of it. No idea if it happens to be out on iOS. But you can probably always look on AppCake, I believe, for that. Seems to play pretty well. Interesting that they combine a kind of Hearthstone-ish feel to it along with tic-tac-toe. And in all honesty, I would say it's a modified Hearthstone with it. You are not automatically getting resources, so it's almost like an RTS, like when you go out and capture a mine and it gets resources for you. It's an interesting mental chess that's going on over here. Like, do you capture a point for a resource? Do you capture a point for your line attack? Do you capture a point to block an enemy line attack? So, very, very interesting. This could be a real heavy thinker over here. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video and check out the game if you can. See you later, folks.